Good morning, everybody. Stalling Bear here. It's Monday morning. Plans for the week are to continue some training. Today I'm cutting a little bit short. I have to run an errand. But I am wearing my trail runners for the first time. I want to get some miles on those before I do my shakedown hike in a couple weeks in Georgia, doing the Georgia Loop. I tell you, my feet feel like light as feathers, and I have a nice cushion underneath after wearing the boots for the last month and a half, 2 months. What a difference they make, and I will never question anybody about the decision of doing trail runners and boots ever again. We'll see how they perform on the trail, but definitely a delight on my feet. Good morning, everybody. Stalling Bear here. Just this is my second day, well, third day if you count Sunday as far as the week, third consecutive day on it. Sunday I did about 3 hours. I'll have to check all these numbers. I didn't memorize them. About 3 hours, 3.5 hours on Sunday, not the full 4 or 5 hours. It's playoff weekend, so I wanted to catch the 1 o'clock game. And yesterday I started off with the intention of going 4+ hours, and in the middle of it I got a text that called me off. So I actually only got about 2 hours yesterday, which was fine because it gave me a good feel. I did use the trail runners for the first time yesterday. So it gave me a good feel for how they would perform. Much more comfortable than the boots. And today, I'm gonna go and see how long the trail takes me. I am wearing the fanny pack today. It's not loaded with anything other than a 750 milliliter bottle of water. It's a smart water. Main purpose for that is to get the cap. I will probably be using the smart water bottles on the trail, but I do want to get a few extra caps because I heard they will break at the most inopportune time, so it's good to have a few spares. It's a nice cool day. You can hear the wind blowing, so I should be cool and comfortable as far as that goes on that. So we'll see how the day goes. One other thing about yesterday, I did try the tripod again. This time I hooked it underneath my chest, through the strap, using the legs as stabilization, and it just bounces too much. If anybody was watching, you would get dizzy or feel like you're on a roller coaster, so that doesn't seem feasible. The best thing I found so far is just holding in my hand like this and walking. I still would like to have some way to free up my hands. That way I can use the trekking poles and make sure that I'm stabilized. I don't want to limit any of the times that I'm actually video recording based on the conditions, because some of those areas are what you really need to see as we're hiking to get a good evaluation of the trail. A couple thoughts that I've had today, other than the hat head. It's funny how you start relating everything to the trail. Denai has a 4-day weekend. She has Friday off, and then Martin Luther King's holiday on Monday. She was first thinking, oh, we can go to Mexico, and then she thought maybe the Grand Canyon. So I threw in there Las Vegas. We go to Las Vegas, and then we could travel to Grand Canyon. But as my trail mind started thinking, it's like, damn, 4-day weekend, travel, lodging, and everything, to pay for all my lodging while I'm on the trail. It's funny how you start equating everything to the trail. The other thought is I've been wearing the trail runners for the past 2 days, and they do have a 0 drop, which means there's 0 drop from the heel to the toe. What I've noticed on that is I do have a little more tension on my Achilles tendon, which then in return stretches the plantar fascia a little bit more too. So I'm glad I have to give myself a month to get used to them. It hasn't caused any problems yet, but I want to make sure that I don't develop any plantar fasciitis or anything of that sort. So if it continues and I don't come accustomed to them, I could either switch out shoes, get some insoles, or maybe a heel lift to take that tension off the Achilles tendon. Just some thoughts. Good morning, everybody. Just a continuation of the week. Just kind of splice all these together. In fact, I don't even think I recorded yesterday. But I've been going every day with the pack, at least 4 hours, other than Monday when I was called off on a little bit of an errand. Everything's been going good with that. Really enjoying the trail runners as far as the comfort on the feet. So that's good as well. I was reading one of the comments from Out Roaming that talked about doing taxes. I have been getting those done before. So I've also been kind of preparing myself, getting the finances in order, paying bills, setting up some doctor's appointments, get a good physical before I leave. So been running that, getting blood tests done and all the lab work and stuff for the physical. So it kind of reminds me of getting ready for a deployment where you have to get all that personal business taken care of on the way. And especially since I don't know how long I'm really going to be gone, I want to make sure everything's in order, that there's no difficulties while I'm gone. Also kind of finalizing some plans to make a shakedown trip. It will be in Georgia, probably the Georgia Loop or the area around Amicalola Falls. I think that's the best way to really test everything. I was checking the weather forecast today, and it will be a good time to do it because like even the first day there's a chance, like a 70% chance of rain, so I get to test out the wet weather. Most of the evenings or nights are going to be in the mid to upper 20s, with one night, depending on how long I stay, it says 18. So I'll get a good cold weather experience as well to see how all the equipment test out in those conditions. So I'm looking forward to that. It says it's about 11 and a half hour drive. So my intent at this point is to drive the first day to the point that I'm 2.5 hours away. Spend the day at maybe even a campsite to put the tent up and go through the last minute adjustments, and then drive up to Amicalola Falls the next morning and start from there. And that way I can get a good solid day in without having to worry about driving 11-12 hours and rushing myself to find a campsite and everything. So that's the plans of now, and I'll keep you updated.